Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. 2 Samuel chapter 8. Now it happened afterward that David defeated the Philistines and subdued them. And David took control of the chief city from the hand of the Philistines. And he defeated Moab and measured them with the line, making them lie down on the ground. And he measured 2 lions to put to death, and a full line to keep alive. And the Moabites became servants to David, bringing tribute. Then David defeated Hadadezer, the son of Rehob, king of Zobah, as he went to restore his power at the Euphrates River. And David captured from him 1,700 horsemen and 20,000 foot soldiers. And David hamstrung almost all the chariot horses, but left enough of them for 100 chariots. When the Arameans of Damascus came to help Hadadezer, king of Zobah, David killed 22,000 men among the Arameans. Then David put garrisons among the Arameans of Damascus, and the Arameans became servants to David, bringing tribute. And the Lord helped David wherever he went. David took the shields of gold which were carried by the servants of Hadadezer and brought them to Jerusalem. And from Betah and Berothai, cities of Hadadezer, King David took a very large amount of bronze. Now when Toi, king of Hamath, heard that David had defeated the whole army of Hadadezer, Toi sent his son Joram to King David to greet him and bless him, because he had fought Hadadezer and defeated him. For Hadadezer had been at war with Toi, and Joram brought with him articles of silver, gold, and bronze. King David also consecrated these gifts to the Lord, with the silver and gold that he had consecrated from all the nations which he had subdued, from Aram, Moab, the sons of Ammon, the Philistines, Amalek, and from the spoils of Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah. So David made a name for himself when he returned from killing 18,000 Arameans in the valley of Salt. He also put garrisons in Edom. In all Edom he put garrisons, and all the Edomites became servants to David, and the Lord helped David wherever he went. So David reigned over all Israel, and David administered justice and righteousness for all his people. Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was commander over the army, and Jehoshaphat, the son of Ahilud, was secretary. Zadok, the son of Ahitub, and Ahimelech, the son of Abiathar, were priests, and Sariah was scribe. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, was over the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and David's sons were chief ministers. 2 Samuel chapter 9. Then David said, "Is there anyone still left of the house of Saul, so that I could show him kindness for Jonathan's sake?" Now there was a servant of the house of Saul, whose name was Ziba, and they summoned him to David. And the king said to him, "Are you Ziba?" And he said, "I am your servant. I am your servant." Then the king said, "Is there no one remaining of the house of Saul to whom I could show kindness of God?" And Ziba said to the king, "There is still a son of Jonathan, one who is disabled in both feet." So the king said to him, "Where is he?" And Ziba said to the king, "Behold, he is in the house of Machir, the son of Amiel, and Lo Debar." Then King David sent messengers who brought him from the house of Machir, the son of Amiel, from Lo Debar. Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, came to David and fell on his face and prostrated himself. And David said, "Mephibosheth," and he said, "Here is your servant." Then David said to him, "Do not be afraid, for I will assuredly show kindness to you for the sake of your father Jonathan. And I will restore to you all the land of your grandfather Saul, and you yourself shall eat at my table regularly." Again he prostrated himself and said, "What is your servant, that you should be concerned about a dead dog like me?" Then the king summoned Saul's servant Ziba and said to him, I'll read it again. Then the king summoned Saul's servant Ziba and said to him, "Everything that belonged to Saul and to all his house I have given to your master's grandson. You and your sons and your servant shall cultivate the land for him, and you shall bring in the produce so that your master's grandson will have food to eat. Nevertheless, Mephibosheth, your master's grandson, shall eat at my table regularly. Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. Then Ziba said to the king, in accordance with everything that my lord the king commands his servant, so your servant will do. So Mephibosheth ate at David's table as one of the king's sons. Mephibosheth had a young son whose name was Micah, and all who lived in the house of Ziba were servants of Mephibosheth. So Mephibosheth lived in Jerusalem, because he ate at the king's table regularly, and he was disabled in his 2 feet. 2 Samuel chapter 10. Now it happened afterward that the king of the Ammonites died, and his son Hanun became king in his place. Then David said, I will show kindness to Hanun, the son of Nahash, just as his father showed kindness to me. So David sent some of his servants to console him about his father. But when David's servants came to the land of the Ammonites, the commander of the Ammonites said to their lord Hanun, do you think that David is simply honoring your father, since he has sent your servants to console him? Has David not sent his servants to you in order to explore the city, to spy it out and overthrow it? So Hanun took David's servants and shaved off half of their beards, and cut off their robes in the middle as far as their buttocks, and sent them away. When messengers informed David, he sent servants to meet them, because the men were extremely humiliated. And the king said, stay in Jericho until your beards grow back, and then you shall return. Now when the sons of Ammon saw that they had become repulsive to David, the sons of Ammon sent messengers and hired the Arameans of Beth Rahab and the Arameans of Zobah, 20,000 foot soldiers, and the king of Maacah with 1,000 men, and the men of Tob with 12,000 men. When David heard about this, he sent Joab and all the army, the warriors, and the sons of Ammon came out and lined up for battle at the entrance of the city, while the Arameans of Zobah and of Rahab and the men of Tob and Maacah were stationed by themselves in the field. Now when Joab saw that the battle was set against him at the front and at the rear, he selected warriors from all the choice men of Israel, and lined them up against the Arameans. But the remainder of the people he placed under the command of his brother Abishai, and he lined them up against the sons of Ammon. And he said, if the Arameans are too strong for me, then you shall help me. But if the sons of Ammon are too strong for you, then I will come to help you. Be strong, and let's show ourselves courageous for the sake of our people and the cities of our God. And may the Lord do what is good in his sight. So Joab and the people who were with him advanced to the battle against the Arameans, and they fled from him. When the sons of Ammon saw that the Arameans had fled, they also fled from Abishai and entered the city. Then Joab returned from fighting against the sons of Ammon and came to Jerusalem. When the Arameans saw that they had been defeated by Israel, they assembled together. And Hadadezer sent word and brought out the Arameans who were beyond the Euphrates River. And they came to Halem. And Shobach, the commander of the army of Hadadezer, led them. Now, when it was reported to David, he gathered all Israel together and crossed the Jordan, and came to Halam. And the Arameans lined up against David and fought him. But the Arameans fled from Israel, and David killed 700 charioteers of the Arameans and 40,000 horsemen, and struck Shobach, the commander of their army, and he died there. When all the kings, servants of Hadadezer, saw that they had been defeated by Israel, they made peace with Israel and served them. So the Arameans were afraid to help the sons of Ammon anymore. Nice 3 little chapters. Thank you for your patience with my mispronunciations. God bless you all. Amen.